Hello, folks, and welcome to Creative Caregiving. I'm your host, Peggy Imbert. This film is sponsored by Atlantic Center for the Arts and United Way. Over the last several years of caring for my parents, pitching in with the grandchildren, and balancing that with a part-time job and spending time with my supportive husband, I've become convinced that creativity is my language of love. And it's my way I best communicate with family and friends. For me, creating a small project for the grandchildren and my parents gives us all a sense of balance. My parents have grown to love spending time with the kids. It can be a challenge, though, removing them all from their electronic devices. Even my 90-year-old father spends hours on his computer. He enjoys playing solitaire, but like the kids, his go-to space is YouTube. And YouTube provides you videos on pretty much everything you'd ever want to know. Keeping this in mind, I decided we needed a small project in which we could spend 30 minutes sharing our thoughts about some famous artwork. After some research, this is what I came up with. Today's project, in many ways, is like visiting an art museum. Now listen, I'm not an expert when it comes to art history. However, I do enjoy looking at works of art that tell a story. I've chosen two works from iconic artists Norman Rockwell and Vincent van Gogh. Rockwell's painting shows America at its best and worst. Today's works are freedom from want. One of his famous paintings is depicting an American family celebrating the perfect holiday meal. This painting can be relatable to seniors because so many of them grew up with the works, and of course, after a decade of depression, it is showing America of what maybe it could be. I created a list of questions that we could ask each other about the painting. Your questions shouldn't be about, brush strokes or other art questions. The goal is to develop questions that everyone can relate to. One of my favorites is, do you prefer mashed potatoes or sweet potatoes? And tell me why. This is a great way your senior can share memories with the children. The other works is Starry Night by Impressionist Vincent van Gogh. This beautiful painting can encourage a completely different dialogue with older people that are suffering from memory issues. One reason why I chose this is a caregiver will need time to run errands and take some time out for themselves. This is a wonderful project for those days when a visiting caregiver comes to relieve you. Hey, listen, don't be afraid to ask for help. Knowing you have something for the caregiver and your loved one to do while you're away will definitely take the stress off of you. And here is what you'll need. A copy of each painting per person. A list of questions to start the conversation. And also, too, I've gathered a few images by other famous artists. And just keeping them in a small little binder, ready to use when you have a visiting caregiver. In this episode, my granddaughter Elaine will be spending time with my father Bob, and they have developed a real bond. She is patient, and he is really comfortable with their pace. My father suffers from macular degeneration, so reading questions would be impossible for him. With the help of our local blind society, he now has a magnifying device that allows him to read again. He will be sharing this with Elaine for the first time. And of course, as always, Nolan and I will be sharing our views together about Rockwell's works. Finally, my dear friend Mary will be spending time with my 90-year-old mother. Together they will have a conversation with Vincent van Gogh's Starry Night. So here we go. Let's get started.
Hi, Elaine. How you doing today?
Good.
All right. Grammy's got some pictures she wants us to look at.
Okay.
So I guess we could do that, couldn't we? What do you think of that picture? What do you think is going on there?
They're eating dinner.
What day do you think it is?
Thanksgiving.
I think so. I think that's Thanksgiving. Yeah. That looks like maybe Grammy and Grampy and the grandchildren maybe. Yeah.
Which one do you think looks like you?
Oh, well, I don't think it shows the mother and father. I'm thinking that's the Grammy and grandfather, but maybe I'm wrong. But there's quite a few children there. Now, I tell
Which one do you think looks like Lexi?
well, you know what?
I think that one looks like Lexi when she was
Yeah,
young.
that looks a bit like Lexi, yeah. Oh, we could make those be, where's Nolan? That would be Nolan, yeah, I think you're right about that. Yeah. And,
That one looks like Terry.
oh, okay, yeah.
And then Uncle Bob
Oh, maybe.
and Paul
Okay, Paul and Uncle Bob.
and Gigi.
So we got the whole family pretty much. And that turkey looks good.
Yeah.
It sure does. Looks like they're having a nice dinner. Oh, Thanksgiving is one of my favorite holidays. It's just about family and having a nice dinner and being thankful. So it's a real nice holiday.
How do you think Grammy made this?
Yeah, now Grammy made this from that poster.
How do you think she made it from the poster?
Yeah, how did she do it?
How do you think?
Well, let me see. I guess she would have photographed it and maybe on the computer made it smaller.
True.
Yeah. Oh, it opens up. Oh, all right. Okay. Now, it's a good thing she made that printing large because I can barely read it. I can just about, it says, Dear Abba.
Mary.
Oh, yeah, but it says Merry Christmas. But I can just barely read it. Now, if it was a little bit smaller, I wouldn't be able to read that at all. You know what I would have to do?
What?
Have you seen this before?
No.
Okay, this is my magnifier. Okay, now look at that. See how much bigger it is?
Mary. Down. Christmas.
Yeah. And then
Dear
Abba. Okay, now watch this. I can make it bigger. Look at that.
Wow.
See how big it is? Now see, I've got a little problem with my eyesight. I've got macular degeneration. And I can't read small things. But if I make them bigger, I can read them. And when I go to a restaurant, I can't read the menu. Wouldn't that be terrible, not be able to read the menu? And but with my magnifier, I can take this with me and I can read the menu. And I can also do this and hold it like that. So that's a real help to me. Now, I've also got a computer that will make things bigger for me and it'll talk to me. And if something comes on the screen that I can't read, it will read it to me. So that's a big help to me. Now this picture, I can still see the picture. Although I can't make out the faces very well. But that is a nice family photo.
That doesn't look like the Grammy, but this looks like more like Grammy.
You think so? Yeah, that could be.
Yeah.
But that turkey sure looks good.
Okay, but I had fun talking to you about this picture. What about you?
Oh, I think it was very nice that we could get together and talk about the picture and talk about family things that take place, because that's a very important thing too. Family means everything.
Yep.
Hey, Nolan, how are you today?
Hi, Grammy.
Hi, buddy. We're going to have a little talk about this artwork here.
Yeah.
It is painted by the famous painter Norman Rockwell.
Yeah.
And it is a holiday meal.
Yeah.
We're not positive about what holiday it is, if you want to look at it. And do you want to ask me these questions about
Sure.
it?
Who do you think is the most interesting in this painting?
I don't know. This guy here in the corner is pretty interesting. He must be the family clown. What do you think?
Yeah, I think so too. Which person do you think you would be?
Is it obvious? I would have to be the grandma, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you ever set a table like this one?
I have, but I think I go overboard. What do you think?
Yeah.
I think my tables...
Like your Easter tables.
Yeah. With all the decorations and color and... Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
What's the white covered casserole dish?
And this one right here.
Yeah.
All right. As a cook, I would say it's wanting to stay hot. So maybe macaroni and cheese, maybe green bean casserole.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think maybe mashed potatoes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't think of that.
Yeah. Should the turkey be carved on the table or the kitchen?
Okay. I've seen this picture my whole life. I find that amazing that grandma has got that turkey sitting down at the table and that old grandpa is going to start carving it up with a knife and a fork. I would never do that. I always bake my turkey and I slice it in the kitchen and put it on a platter. And you want to know why?
Why?
They're messy.
Yeah.
There's juice everywhere. I don't know why anybody could even begin to do that.
Yeah.
Too weird to me.
What is your happiest Thanksgiving story?
Well, every Thanksgiving is a happy Thanksgiving for me. It's a favorite holiday, bringing the family all together. But I will tell you a funny story. The first year that I got married to your grandfather, we lived in a mobile home. And it was a single wide, and it was really small. And I was teaching preschool, and I thought it would be wonderful if we all dressed up like pilgrims and Native American Indians. Because Gigi, your grandmother, is a Native American, and so are we. So I felt confident that half of us could be pilgrims and half of us could be, Native. So I made this Thanksgiving dinner. We had to eat outside because there wasn't enough room for anybody. After we ate, like a real old-fashioned Thanksgiving, I threw blankets out on the lawn, and everybody laid down and took a nap. I can't imagine doing that nowadays, but that was back in like 1973 or 74, so it was pretty bizarre.
Did you ever have a turkey disaster like in the Griswolds?
I've always been a pretty good cook, so I can't say I've ever had any real disasters. But I can tell you, one time I went to your Aunt Paula's house for Thanksgiving, and she asked me, she was going to bake the turkey and put the turkey in the oven, and she asked me, how do I get it ready? And I said, well, take it out of the package and make sure you wash it, rinse it real well. So she said, okay. I was watching TV. She's in the bathroom. I'm like, what's going on in there? I walked in there. She had the turkey in the bathtub, washing it like a baby in a bath. So even though that wasn't my disaster, it definitely was in the family. Yeah, we got it straightened out, and it was safe to eat, but that was pretty bizarre. Well, let me ask you this. What's your favorite Thanksgiving dish to eat?
That's really hard, but I think stuffing.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah? I don't know. I like the macaroni and cheese and the turkey with a lot of gravy swimming all over it. Now, when you go to Aunt Nancy's for Thanksgiving, who basically does all the cooking?
Her and my grandmother, Nana. If we go there. Then if we go to Billy's, really everyone contributes. Like this year we went to Billy's and he smoked a turkey. Nancy baked a turkey. Nana brought all the desserts.
Nice.
So it was like a mix of everyone contributing something.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Now, when you come here, what happens?
You dominate.
Why do you think that is?
Because you don't want anyone else to cook. You're like, I gotta make it perfect for them.
And I like my own food, right?
Yeah.
I know. You're right about that. Let me ask you another question that I have always found interesting. Do you think that the father in the painting really helped cook that turkey? This old guy here, this old grandpa. Do you think he helped her at all, or do you think he's just...
Maybe for mental support. Nothing physical.
Yeah, I agree. Well, what else do you think about this painting?
It looks like an average American painting, but what do you think it would look like if there was like a different culture in play, like Cajun or French?
Yeah, that's interesting, Nolan. I'm glad you picked up on that, because a lot of families do bring in other traditional dishes.
Yeah.
I know I have friends from Spain, and they do that Thanksgiving dinner, but on the side, they always have a paella.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Uncle Joe, he's Italian, and he always had the meatballs or the lasagna, other things, rather than just turkey, gravy, mashed potatoes. That was pretty clever of you to pick up on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because in today's world, it is different, isn't it?
Yeah. As they say, America's a mixing pot.
Yeah. A mixing pot of cooking and
Culture.
culture and sharing together.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Thanks for having this talk.
No problem.
It was great.
Yeah.
I'm Peggy's friend Mary.
Yes.
Do you remember me? We
Yes.
met at Thanksgiving, I think it was.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
we met several times.
Right, and your name is?
Alice.
Alice, because I was hearing, what is it, BG they call you, or GB?
Gigi.
Gigi. Oh,
Yeah.
great grandma.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
that's cool. I'm a great grandma now too.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just heard I'm going to be a third great grandma. We're going to have another one in June.
Oh, gee.
So when we were talking before, I noticed your hand flashing around. What have you got over here? Oh, it's beautiful. That rhinestones, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's lovely. But the ring is what really got me, because see, I have the same thing.
Yeah.
But 2 emerald cuts, and look at mine's a baby emerald.
Yeah.
Only mine's an alexandrite, and yours is, what is it called? Oh, it's amethyst? Is that? That's it, amethyst. Yeah. I've had this since I was 16. My mother gave it to me for my 16th birthday.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
How long have you had yours?
Oh, I've had mine for at least 40 years.
Oh, cool.
But my mother had it before then.
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, I was going to show these to Peggy, but since you're here, I'm going to pick you up and have you do them, okay?
Yeah.
This is a painting by, what's his
Van
name?
Gogh.
Van Gogh. Van
Yeah.
Gogh, that's right. and it's called Starry Night. And they've got an immersion thing going on where people are going in and sitting in a room where they're showing the lights and the painting comes
Yeah.
alive around them. So it's all these swirling stars, and I guess that's the moon up there.
Yeah.
And
That's one of his famous.
yeah, it's one of the last works he did, in fact.
Yeah.
And when you look at it, what do you think about? What does it mean to you?
Well, means like a storm is coming.
It does, doesn't it? It looks like everything's sweeping in, like the hurricanes curl
Yeah.
around like that. Yeah. And it's sweeping around and up there. And this is, I guess, a peak on a mountain or some kind of crazy structure there.
Yeah.
But then there's a little town down here. You see all the town, and there's some lights. And it looks like the church doesn't really have any lights on in it. But looks like they're all tucking in for the night, I guess, for the
Yeah.
storm and stuff like that. So you can see how his brush strokes go, and he was painting really fast, I guess, when he was doing this. He was really
Yeah.
excited about it, making a lot of movement and stuff. And then these things go swirling up like that.
Yeah.
So I don't know if this was the warning of the devil or whatever, what this evil, dark thing here, and then the lightness and blue in the town. So Peggy found some of these painted by some of her people
Yeah.
that she goes to visit. And look, they've changed it. Look at how much they changed it.
Yeah.
From this darkness here, they brought in light. And I think that, even the town here has got like a lake or something around it here.
Yeah.
And the greens in it. So the people in these pictures are a lot more hopeful about tomorrow than these guys are, huh?
Yeah.
And like this, it's like they're all standing up there all together in a line
Yeah.
instead of swirling around like this. So they're pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
Do you see anything special in it that attracts you?
Well, I think this one.
Yeah, that's the happiest one, huh?
Yeah.
He's got the blue sky and stuff. What about the town?
Well, the town is small there.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
they're all a small town.
Yeah.
But what's the difference between like this town here and this town? Maybe the colors?
Well, the roofs are more
Yeah, more color in the roofs. Yeah,
than that.
and this church is all gray and blue, and this one is all in the whites and stuff.
Yeah.
But look at the swirly, what I was calling the devil thing here.
Yeah.
Look at it here.
Yeah.
It's better colors, the browns, richer colors.
Yeah.
It's all happy.
Well, if I was gonna say it looks like a tree that has decayed or something.
Oh, a rotted root type of thing,
Yeah.
the base of a tree. Oh, yeah, that's a cool idea, and it's right up front too. Whereas all of that is way in the background there.
Yeah.
That was a good thing you saw that. Yeah. I see the moon is major here, but they've kind of put it into the background. Whoever the artist was that was doing that, and made all the blues more important.
Yeah.
The swirling blues. And these are all supposedly stars. That's what they were in this. I think it was more like a planet rush.
Yeah.
Yeah, but these have a much happier life in them, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that the people who did these were happier, maybe,
Oh, yeah.
and felt like they had life ahead of them.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that Mr. Van Gogh was very depressed when he did his piece.
Yeah. This one here's got a face on
Oh,
it.
look, it does. Oh, I wonder if we turn them around, we'll see funny faces and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, this one looks like a face too.
Yeah. Like an eye.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I see it in several of them. Well, it's really been good talking with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, Peggy ought to be here soon.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So guys, we've wrapped up all our activities today, which were pretty good. But I don't know about you, but I'm a little stiff. How about if we move around a little bit? Can you move your shoulders a little bit? How about you, Elaine? Yeah? You were sitting a long time talking to Abba, and you and I were hanging out. So sometimes if we just move a little bit, it's always good. So did you enjoy this activity?
Yeah.
Yeah? What about you, Noel?
I loved it.
Did you?
Yeah.
What was your favorite part?
I'm probably bringing in different cultures because I like learning about different cultures.
Well, that's cool, yeah. I hadn't really thought about it until you brought it up, but I like that whole idea too. And I think maybe one time I would like to invite somebody from another country to one of our holiday dinners and have them bring something that's from their native country. That'd be kind of good, wouldn't it? Yeah, I think I'd like that. I don't know about you. You don't want to try anything new, do you? No, I didn't think so. Did you enjoy yourself? I mean, you talked a long time with Abba. Yeah? What did you find interesting about that? What did you think about that little gadget he had, that reading device?
That was cool.
Yeah? What was cool about it?
That you can make it bigger, even though like it does big, you can make it even bigger.
Yeah. It's even better than eyeglasses, isn't it? Yeah. I thought so too. What did you think about the artwork? I mean, have you spent a lot of time looking at different artwork? Was that something new for you?
Mhm.
Yeah? Did you like that picture or not?
Mhm.
You didn't really care either way? You'd like to try something different maybe next time?
I don't know.
You don't really think about it that much? Yeah. What about you, Nolan? What other artist or paintings do you think we could look into?
Maybe we could look into some of the things at like the Louvre, like the Mona Lisa.
Oh, yeah. We went there.
Yeah.
Saw it in person, right?
Yeah.
That's cool. What about Picasso?
Yeah, Picasso.
What do you think about Abba looking at Picasso? He might have a different spin on it, wouldn't he? I think you're right about that.
Who's Picasso?
He's a famous painter, and he would make people look really strange, like with shapes on their faces, and he's an impressionist, modern artist, so it would be something we could look into. Would you think you'd like to do that?
Yeah.
Hey, I have an idea. What if we did, this would really be kind of fun for Abba. What if we actually did our own Picasso painting with him one time? What do you think? Do you like to paint?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's your favorite, isn't it? Well, let's think about that the next time we do a project with him. And would you be willing to give him a hand if he gets a little stuck?
Yeah.
Okay. Should we trace on the canvas, or we should just give him paints and tell him to go for it?
Give him paints.
Give him paints and just say, go for it, Abba? Yeah.
Because if you trace it, then like if you don't like it and when you started painting, you can't really fix it.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Do you think we could invite Gigi to come?
Yeah.
She always loved to paint when she was younger. What do you think? Gigi would be good at it?
Yeah.
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 Okay, maybe we'll put that on our list. Cool. Well, listen, folks, thank you for joining us with our family activities. And please join us next time where we explore new ways of spending time together. Nothing fancy, nothing expensive, just talking, sharing, and maybe painting. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.